Ayun guys, panoorin natin tong Legend of Emil Director's Preview, World Building and Art. Chip. Kulta TV, ito panoorin nyo sa ano. I hope many global gamers will join Legend of Emil as much as we prepared for over it long time. Panoorin natin.
A story that takes place before Ragnarok.
Before Ragnarok?
Introducing for the first time something never shown in previous videos.
We actually spent a lot of time thinking about how to express the time of day for Aegir's Cliff.
Grabe, galing nila mag-ano, no? Bagay, ilang taon din nilang pinag-isipan yan.
Hello, I'm Sakhun, the executive producer of Legend of Ymir. In today's director's preview, we'd like to talk about the world building and art. The world building and art can be considered the backbone of the game. To share more in detail, we have invited art director Jiwon Kim. It's a pleasure to have her.
Parang babata
Hello,
pa nila,
my
no?
name is Jiwon Kim, and I am the art director for Legend of Ymir. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Kung nagpunta ako Korea, i-meet ko yan. Punta
When
kayo
we
office
first
nila.
planned the game, the most fascinating aspect to us was the event of Ragnarok. It is also the most famous event in Norse mythology. Since our Legend of Ymir tells the story that takes place before Ragnarok,
journey set
we thought it
before
would be easier to portray those aspects with a unique touch that only Ymir can deliver.
Grabe.
I think we focused
Parang hanggang kung pagtanda ko, may we-made ba din? Ang dami gabi sila mag-prepare eh. Sunod-sunod eh.
on building upon the raw essence of Norse culture while adding just the right touch of mythological charm. We put a lot of effort into maintaining a balance of about 80% historical accuracy and 20% fantasy. Through this, we were able to present Ymir's own interpretation that has not been shown in other media.
While working on the Legend of Ymir project, I think we spent a lot of time figuring out how to avoid making it look light, since expressing rough, natural, and heavy emotions required real weight.
Mabigat nga talaga ang Ymir. Feel ko mabigat talaga ang Ymir.
Let's take a look at the backgrounds and talk about how these elements are actually reflected in the game.
Sana kayanin ng PC ko. Pero yung requirements naman nila 3060. 3060, 3090. 3060 tapos i7. Naka 32 gig RAM naman din. Pero for sure baka i-close ko yung
Ymir
NC.
actually comes from the primeval giant in Norse mythology. There are mythological tales that say the giant itself became the continent. Our Asgard castle was also designed with that concept in mind.
When we visit the United States or other famous places, we often see mythological or famous figures represented as statues. To depict the castle town of Asgard, we incorporated mythological facial features of Ymir.
Asgard pala to eh.
And expressed them as part of the
Avengers pala to.
continent.
Kalator pala to eh.
Aegir's Cliff carries the legend of the giant Aegir, who, while returning to his homeland in the sea during the war, was turned to stone along the way. So I think we applied it appropriately and perfectly in accordance with the terrain.
We actually spent a lot of time thinking about how to express the time of day for Aegir's Cliff.
Ymir na.
What was the reason we decided on this particular time of day?
Lapit na boss, 4
Actually,
days
in
na lang.
Unreal Engine 5, the lighting during this time of day comes out beautifully. And since it also resonated with the feeling of the beginning of an adventure and a journey, we
Yun nga lang problema pre pag nasa partner server ka. Baka may queuing. Pag nag-log out ka, GG ka. Yes, meron mobile.
decided to set the time of day to this.
So it begins in a bright area at first, and then an incident takes place. And since the first area that appears after the incident concludes is Aegir's Cliff, by showcasing different times of day within a short span, we also wanted to highlight the charm of our backgrounds. That's why deciding the time of day for this area was such an important task for us. Is there another location, apart from the ones we've seen so far, that you'd like to show?
Yes, this is the Canyon of the World Tree, being introduced for the first time and not shown in previous videos. It is an underground cave dungeon where the roots of Yggdrasil from the actual mythology have descended.
May mining din ata dito eh.
Since it
Turahin ko na nightcrows ko. Wag! Kasya ba sa ano mo? Ano mo
It is
na lang?
filled with natural resources. It will likely become a place where many players spend time later for mining.
Mining, oh.
In fact, the Canyon of the World Tree is a region that highlights how light is expressed effectively even in dark areas.
Since our team has many masters of their crafts, I think we were able to bring out those aspects in a fun and effortless way.
I believe these designed regions will serve as elements that help players become more immersed and absorbed in the world while playing the game.
There are quests in which players, while progressing through the story in certain
boss.
regions, can obtain the World Tree Seed. With the obtained World Tree Seed, players can open a portal. Some objects in the field also react to it. Through this, players can activate a portal to the next region. This could serve as a key element in the gameplay.
In games, interaction is undoubtedly important, because we're not just watching passively. When playing the game, we are truly inside that world.
Uy, parang portal.
In a way, these processes allow players to become more
Hindi ka na
immersed in
nag-Raven?
YMIR, and we hope they will make
Wala,
those
naka-
aspects
lang,
resonate
naka-alt
more
tab lang.
strongly. Let's talk about the characters which players are most interested in.
Indeed, the character you're seeing now, Kunya, is like the mascot of our
Yun na.
YMIR. She is a court musician
yung
known
ano
as a
eh.
skald.
Scald, yun. Scald. Support.
So, if you look at her outfit and weapons, we tried our best to refrain from giving her flashy hoods or similar designs often seen in other typical games.
Oo, ganda pre.
When creating the characters, we did a lot of face scanning, right?
It seems there are about 180 cameras used to capture the faces of real models like this. Those cameras capture the model's
Grabe.
face, which is then transformed into 3D.
Grabe, no?
After some
Totoong tao talaga
consideration,
no?
we decided to take on the challenge, and it turned out to be a part we could integrate very naturally and efficiently.
Alay mo kagad siya. Siyempre si Daddy Game
Among
yun
the processes we worked on, what comes to mind are Thor and Loki. Since they are such famous characters and have been portrayed in various media, we focused heavily on giving them YMIR's own unique tone and color.
Thor and Loki.
As you can see, Loki's skin color is not ordinary. We talked a lot, the art director and I, about how we could
Yung pala ang inano niya, pinagbasihan si Loki nitong wala, spear.
make it look appealing
Dapat
while
picture
expressing it
natin
that
para
way.
na imaayos ko nga, no?
Since Loki's
Kanya-kanyang
character is
ano, no?
portrayed so
Mukha.
strongly in mainstream films, we put a lot of effort into creating distinctions from that.
Sana, hirap sigurong gawin yan, no? Mukha pa lang, baka hirap na hirap ka na.
In fact, portraying a famous character is more difficult
Oo
because
nga,
such
no?
characters have
Hawig nga ni Thor. Hindi ko na napansin yun.
already been depicted so often in well-known media. Since that image is already imprinted in the public's mind, we worked hard to avoid it while still creating a character that is uniquely our own. As you can see from
Nakapul ka
everything
agad
we've shared
ng
today,
Mythic.
we are making various
Sabi
efforts to
naman,
create
Mythic
the very
agad ah.
best. We are constantly thinking about how
Pero kaya dito mga attack speed, eh hindi ko na ano eh. Parang mga ano, avatar na attack speed.
to make the game more satisfying and putting in a great deal of effort. So we kindly ask for your continued interest and support. Since it's time to wrap up, please share a final message with the players.
Nangangarot. Legend na possible.
We are in the process of
mahirap.
bringing to life the Norse mythology art that we had long dreamed of. There may never be a true end to completing any work, but I believe we are creating a piece that we can be proud of in our own way.
Grabe,
Please look
no?
forward to Legend of YMIR, which will be coming to you soon, and we hope you enjoy it to the fullest.
Grabe preparation
Thank you
nila,
for
no?
joining us today. I'll return next time with more fascinating tales of YMIR. Thank you very much.
Mukha ni Chinkitan eh, no? Laki. Dumuko kayo, guys. Okay, galang kayo. Ayun, guys. See you sa Tuesday, October 28, 26. Lalabas na nila yung pre-download. Di ko lang alam kung what time, pero Sunday na yon yung pre-download.